Hi, welcome to today's video diary for finding my way with pie, purpose, intention, and emotion. Today I want to talk about what it feels like after having some brutally honest conversations and admitting some things to myself that felt to me that I judged myself as being like childish and selfish. But the things that, hubby and I talked about in the video diary from yesterday, which I think was 144, number 144, those are things that are there inside of me, of personal value, if you will. I have this drive to have adventure, to live life to its fullest, because I have a deep set understanding from when my dad passed away when I was 15 that life can be fragile and fleeting. And so that personal value of mine was instilled. And I love adventure and I want to live life to its fullest. And somewhere along the way, that got conflated with, you become a working adult and you spend your time working, and for us, raising kids and paying a mortgage and doing all of those things and having responsibilities, and therefore the time for adventure shrunk. And that's okay. I don't have resentment towards that at all. That happens. What I resented was that I wasn't honest with myself, that I really needed those things when we had the time to do it. So you're out there adulting and then you get a long weekend and we waste it away by being exhausted from working and just lifing. I'm not making myself feel bad for that, for, what feels like waste. That was what it was. What I'm saying now is that I have the presence of mind and got quiet enough to listen to my heart to understand that, these moments are precious for me, and for me to feel like I'm making the most of them, it requires a little more effort. And I want to give it that effort, but I didn't. I wasn't honest enough with myself to push or advocate for that need, for a number of different reasons. And we talked about it in video diary 144, but the point of today and what I'm reflecting on today is how I feel after having been honest, because it was very difficult to get to the point to be honest with myself about that for some of the reasons I've already named. If it seems like either I will judge myself in an ugly manner or I will be judged externally in an ugly manner, that takes some courage to bring it forward. So here's what I've discovered after bringing that forward. The conversation you saw in the video diary between hubby and I yesterday was just the beginning. Actually, it was kind of in the middle, to be honest. But then we continue to have more conversations, and you know what it's allowing us to do? It's allowing us to find a way to synthesize, to find a way to blend, and to honor each other's needs. And we're each at different points in our journey, and all of that's okay. But we cannot honor each other and find that blend and walking together if we don't say it out loud, and if we're not honest first with ourselves and then with each other, no matter how scary that feels and how childish it seems. And I remind myself that every emotion is fair. It just is. It's so automatic. You cannot control it. It's so deep in there. And the more you resist it, the worse it is. And the more it becomes like a festering wound and driving a wedge between maybe you and what you feel is important or what's at the root of that emotion. And only by looking at it and understanding what it is and what the root of it is, and accepting and allowing yourself the grace to feel what you feel without judgment. That's the only way to come back around to look at what's most important for you and then decide how you want to move forward. So today, what it feels like is acceptance. It feels like creativity is accessible now, that I'm no longer like resisting or avoiding or suppressing that emotion. It also makes me is the wrong phrase. I'm also able to access more self-compassion as well as compassion for others, understanding for others, like hubby, for example, and how he's feeling. And it's led to some incredibly insightful conversations. And I think the last thing I want to say about this that I'm observing is that, like everything else, it's a process. It is a process and an evolution, and the emotions rise and fall. The anxiety and the butterflies rise and fall. It's effort. It is effort to walk through this. Hubby and I took a walk today at lunch, and we're walking in the sunshine. And, he's feeling very exhausted today. And I jokingly said, it's because your pie keeps dragging you through it with all of the emotions. And he said, no, actually, it's not that. He admitted, yes, this takes a lot of effort, but this is what feels meaningful. And that's what I'm thinking about today. So thanks for being with me on this journey. I am so glad that you're here, and I will see you tomorrow.